stir it up and do things our way. So if you wanna move, get out of our way.
Hey, hey, or should I say ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas, PCPers. This is an exclusive little bonus episode coming from the foyer.
That is correct. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know if you guys saw online. I mean, a lot of people were there, a lot of Bravo celebrities, plus me. No, but Christmas at Kathy's, the DirecTV Bravo Festival in the house in Bel Air.
Jordan made it. Jordan made it on the guest list.
That was I had to let's walk them through this. And first of all, let's talk about who was stuck at the door, not on the guest list. This was a Bravo festival, people. So you had everyone from around the country. Let's start with a little guy we know. Saw him standing there for a while because he wasn't on the list. His name is Whitney Smith. Of Miss Patricia's son did not make it into Miss Hilton's manor.
Apparently, money cannot buy you entry into DirecTV's Kathy Hilton's party.
This was amazing because it was so the way he pulled. So I was witnessing it. I was outside sneaking a cig. I was already in, but I was watching this. So he pulls up in a big new gold colored Mercedes SUV, with a crew. He had like 2 or 3, I think 3 guys with him, probably like a manager. I don't know who these lackeys were. Very Entourage. He thought he was in Entourage, and he was
of course he did.
Yeah. And so he gets to the door and the list, and at first I'm like, oh, whatever. And I noticed he's still there. He's still at the door, and they're flipping pages. I know what that means. They can't find him. This place was at capacity, and regular people were turned away. So I'm noticing them flipping pages. I'm like, oh my god, because he's so smug. I like to see it. It was fun to see him a little humbled, not so Southern charming, and. Then I started hearing him saying, like, basically who he is, who he's with, who he knows, who's with him. The whole desperate, like, trying to get into a nightclub act.
Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't see him around the party after that. He may have left, but he spent like a good 5 minutes basically trying to beg his way in front of people. I'm sitting there.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I love it. I love it so much, especially because I like burned him on a TikTok that I posted about basically the men of Southern charm. It was mostly like an anti-JT post, but I was like, I had a picture of the other 3 guys, and I was like, I put a picture of Whitney up here, but I just don't want to get more sick. And people just went off on that, and I was like, I know, not wrong here. No, because he's super gross. Like, he's so gross.
His energy at that, I was just like, he's still. I think he thinks he's Entourage in a way. You know, there's Whitney Southern charm, Patricia Charleston, and there's Whitney in LA, and you can tell, like, when I saw him I was like, oh, he thinks he's like the coolest guy in the room, but nope. So
he couldn't even get in the room, so there we go.
Yeah, not even the entry. He'll never see my stairs. No. So then trying to think there were a lot of people. Let's first break down all the casts that were there. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, whole cast. Real Housewives of Orange County, whole cast, except for Shannon Bedore. But you know who was there? Alexis and John. I was going to call him John Bellino. Alexis Bellino and Johnny J. And I was like, ugh. In general, I've been in the same room with them before. I went to that party this summer, and I kind of avoided them. No, just like you have limited time, kind of. You want to make the most. Alexis isn't on the top of my list of people to become new best friends with. So the whole time I am trying to figure out if John Janssen is wearing Ferragamo shoes,
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I'm trying to be sneaky and take pictures. I don't want to stare at them, so I'm trying to do sneaky photos and videos just so then I could look later and zero in on his feet. But I didn't think about how when you're taking a video, your flash goes on automatically. And I have a little clip of Alexis realizing what I'm doing. And she stares at me. And then you see me fumbling my phone like, oh, wait, wrong button.
Well, that's a setting that we can fix
Yeah.
on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Yes.
definitely, not a lot of video. Who else was there? Okay. It's no surprise. Or no, I should say this one's a surprise. No one, not a single member of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, except for Kathy Hilton.
Okay. So, all right.
I have a theory about that.
That is interesting. Okay, what is your
I
theory?
have a theory about that, and that would be for like the house, like some of the housewives from other places are very excited to come and stuff. Beverly Hills, this is work. And maybe DirecTV wasn't paying them to appear. So, I mean, it was literally from Beverly Hills. There was no Sutton, no Garcelle, no one but Kathy.
Also, like Kathy has another holiday party that is like a real friends and family event. And maybe some of them are being invited to that. Like not the entire cast, I would say, but maybe a few of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Kyle.
Yeah, the family, Kyle and Kim. And she does. I went to that last year. It's the private. It's like the private one. It's called the Hilton Family Christmas Party. That is the one where, socialites and everyone are like angling and elbowing their way in.
Yeah.
Including podcast. Fingers crossed. But that one, and then so some of them will probably be there. I'm guessing. I bet Sutton, Garcelle, the one she's close to. But
that's what I was.
But this one is definitely more the Bravo party. This is a media event. The other one is more just like whoever she chooses, whoever family. And so no Beverly Hills. Karen Huger was glorious. She looked amazing, like a movie star. She was in a gown.
Okay. I'm very jealous because I've always wanted to meet the Grand Dame. I think she's just such a character. She infuriates me and I love her at the same time.
Yeah.
Like she's one of the main reasons I think most people watch Potomac is for her.
She served Grand Dame. She was in Kathy Hilton's house in a gown, like a flowing, I don't know if it was silk. What the point is, it took me a second to even realize who she was. She just caught your eye. She looked amazing. So that was cool. Who else was there? We did Whitney. We did a lot of the Shahs, which I know. Like I know Reza already. MJ was there. Gigi. Josh Flagg. That was so fun. I got to. That was such a meeting of the. I do.
Meeting of the Minches.
Yeah. That was. And we were in Kathy's house, the perfect setting, and fun because I've like interacted with him on he follows PCP, by the way, and like I've like had to talk to him on the phone for work stuff or so. I never actually met him and get to like it was the perfect setting for this. The two obnoxious grandma's boys.
I love it.
In the house. So that was fun. He was nice. He's so tiny. I have to tell you, not short, average height, bird-like bones. Like bird-like bones. Like I was like, wow, because it's not just skinny. Because of course I like to be jealous of like someone who's extremely skinny, but I mean his build like a ballerina.
Are you saying he's a delicate flower?
Yes. He could. I could drop to whatever his weight is, and I would still be able to tackle. I mean, he's just like I was like admiring it. It's like picture guys look up Nancy Reagan and see those like slender, those slender wrists. Like
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
he was wearing
gosh.
he was wearing a really nice Gucci jacket. I was a little jealous.
Can we go back real quick? Sorry,
Mm,
back to Alexis and John,
mhm,
because the pictures that you sent Nate and I, it looked like they were being interviewed on camera
mm,
for something. And I was like, oh, Mr. I don't want to be in the spotlight came to Kathy Hilton's Bravo DirecTV Christmas party
mhm.
where there's tons of people, tons of cameras, and looks like he's being interviewed. Was he being interviewed at that moment?
He was definitely posing for lots of photos, lots of videos. He was not off to the side. Some of the, you can find that's why I find friends sometimes, like the husbands who don't want to be involved. Like, they're off.
Mhm.
Oh no, he was front and center posing and talking. He felt like you could see he felt like a celebrity.
So Mars and Scorpio. I've said
Mhm,
it. I've said it. I've said it. Oh my gosh, that
mhm,
man.
mhm.
Ugh, gross. Ugh.
And oh, speaking of Orange County, this was the time I was finally confident enough to reveal who I am to a few of the housewives I've met. Because you guys know I've been a
Mm.
menace. I have been a menace to many.
You have been. You
I
are.
am. So,
You continue to be.
so between Dawn Gunvalson and Lee Radswell, I have, I don't kn we know, no explanation needed. So, I'm
Yeah.
standing in the dining room waiting for the you guys see it on the show, the pink dining room, and this time, because it's a big party, they had the Moet and Chandon champagne vending machine out. Loved that, and I'm there with Emily Simpson.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Did you
"Hi."
ask her how her marriage was going?
I know I've said such horrible things. And you know what? I think she burned me. I sent it to you, Stacy, and
Yes.
you were
And I
like,
was like, she did. She
she
shaded
absolutely
you so
burned me.
hard.
She's very friendly. I'm like, Emily is like, I am Jordan. I have to tell you though, I'm also Don Gunvalson on Twitter. And she laughed. And she was like, "You are really funny." Like she was nice about it. She goes, Your sense of humor reminds me of Shane's." And I was like, I think I was like, I don't know what to make of that. And I sent it to
Like,
you.
I feel like she's trying to pull you down a peg. Like, I feel like it's like she does find you funny,
Mhm,
but it's also like you're not any funnier than my husband
mhm.
is. So that's the shade that I feel is coming from
Yeah,
you.
I felt like because she calls Shane a dork, I felt like she was calling me a dork, like,
Well, you're taller than him though.
Yeah,
So
she looked great, by the way, better than at the reunion. She looked great. I
Good.
have to say, like, she looked great. Who else? Oh, this was fun. Salt Lake City. I've never met
Mhm.
any of them before. Heather wasn't there, but Lisa Barlow was. Amazing, the
Yeah,
whole
she
cast.
was.
She was karaokeing with Kathy. It's up on
Mhm.
our Instagram. She was karaokeing with Kathy, center stage. But the ones, and then loving it, loving. She's a pro at that. She knew where to stand so everyone can come, and she would take pictures with anyone. Angie too. Angie was there doing that, very friendly.
Oh my gosh.
And the ones I got caught once again in kind of like a waiting in line situation, which, by the way, is where you kind of turn to people and make new best friends. And so I was standing in the foyer. There were people trying to take pictures of a different angle. And you guys know I'm obsessed with the staircase, the money shot. You guys all know the picture, the angle, her grand staircase with the tree. People are taking a picture from another angle. I was like, guys, no, you need to turn this around. You don't know me, but I am telling you, this is the one shot you take. Anyway, so while they were doing that, I was talking to Bronwyn. And Bronwyn's really nice, really nice. I was asking her about her involvement in the Queen of Versailles musical. We had something like,
Mhm.
I was like, so that it was cool. I got to like not just be like, hey bestie, or hey, I'm such a fan. Like she actually spoke to me for a couple minutes, and then with that she turned and introduced me to Mary Cosby.
Oh my gosh.
I was afraid to approach Mary because
She's intimidating.
Yeah, and she told me that. She was so nice. She was so nice. She's like, "I don't know what I know, like, how I am on TV," but I was like, "No, I adore you." Totally nice, totally cool, nothing erratic, like a normal having a night out. Spoke to Toya from Married to Medicine, another one. We got caught in the champagne line again.
I'm also jealous of that one. I love Toya.
That one was great. And who else? Quad was there. Quad was there.
Yeah. Oh my God, Miss Quad. You didn't tell me about that. I am even more upset now that I wasn't able to go because, oh, you have no idea my history with Miss Quad in the good way.
Okay. Why is it all my histories are bad? All mine are
because of that is your karma, and my karma is good.
Yeah, all my histories.
So next year, guess who's coming? It's not you. It's going to be me next year.
I know. I mean, it's like every person I meet, I'm like, hey, despite years of trolling you and taunting you and creating surprise. But who else? Who else? So I said Mary, Quad, Toy. I have to say for Quad, same thing. Unlike Whitney, unlike Whitney Sadler Smith, she arrived and she walked in. She was on the list. So trying to think what else. Heather McDonald was there. I spoke to her for a while. A little PCP Juicy Scoop crossover once again. I'm just saying, guys, if you need to know, you'll find me in the smoking sections or the line by bars. And it's not like I get wasted. It's just that's where people congregate and mingle and they become my captive audience and your best friends. And one last thing, I don't want to keep you guys up to cap off the night, though. You know, there are a bunch of these people, but you guys know I have to feel special and believe I'm special. And I got the private nod. I got the nod to go up to Kathy's library, the den. You see it on TV. That is where you chill. That is where she needs a minute to herself with some friends, and we just the word is kiki, right? That's what they say now. We kiki.
Were you served food on like tray tables?
There was this
or cocktails and cigarettes.
I will say to get in there, you couldn't just like knock on the door. They had security guards posted. Bodyguards, I'm sorry. They had a bodyguard posted at the door so no one could bother her. But of course that wasn't bothering her because we're soulmates and best friends, and she waved me right in.
Take that, Heather McDonald.
I know. No one, like not even the celebrities could get in that room, let alone a podcaster, a tweeter. Leave it to me. So
there we go. There we go. So, always.
So just want to give you a little sneak peek at what it was like, and amazing.
We had to do like a separate bonus one just for this, just for this little exclusive behind the scenes.
And by the way, the Rolls Royce, the one that the 80s Rolls Royce that she was driving when she went to deliver the invitations last week, it was in the front and center driveway. I took a pic. I couldn't resist. So
you love a picture in front of a car though too. So
so Merry wishing you all a Merry Cathmas and Hilton New Year.